Hey everybody, welcome back to Finance Friday. Thank you for tuning in. I truly appreciate it. As always, remember to like this post, share this post, and subscribe to my YouTube page. All right, so today we are going to talk about debt. All right, we're going to take a small dive into debt and just essentially talk about some things that I don't recommend and a tool that I do recommend to help you get better control of your debt. So many people come to me and they're like, hey, Jaquilla, I am struggling with paying off my debt. I feel like every time I'm trying to pay this off, pay that off, I am making really no progress at all. Like, what should I do? Okay. And statistics have proven, particularly in the African American community, is that 9 out of 10 African Americans feel like that managing debt is essentially what's holding them back financially. Okay. So one thing that people come to me and ask me is, should I get a debt consolidation loan or should I go with some type of debt consolidation company? Right. So here's why I do not recommend debt consolidation loan. Now, this may be an unpopular opinion for some folks because they'll say, oh, I have a lower interest rate by just collaborating everything together and just having one payment is going to make things so much easier for me. Or I can go with this debt consolidation company. They have ways of getting the interest rate lower for me, or maybe knocking a lot of the interest off in total. So why don't you recommend this for me, Jaquilla? Here's why. It's your behavior of why I do not recommend that. Here's what's more than likely to happen for most folks. Not say that this will happen to everyone, but here's what may happen to most folks. You go to the bank, you get a debt consolidation loan. Okay, you pay off all your debt, right? And now you have this one payment once a month. Things are starting to get a little bit better for you financially. Here's what happened. Something comes up, some emergency come up, or you may take a trip that you really probably couldn't afford to take, or just anything financially comes up that causes you to go back and use those credit cards that you've already gotten yourself out of debt from by getting this personal loan, right? So now, not only do you have the personal loan that you're still paying off, this debt consolidation loan, and then you also have your credit card debt that you have just racked back up, right? It starts with discipline, everyone, right? A debt consolidation loan is not going to simply fix your behavior problem, right? 80% of it is behavior. The other 20% of finances is knowledge, right? If you are not disciplined enough to make sure that you pay that debt off and keep that debt paid off and don't rack it back up. So now, not only are you paying this big bill back, this debt consolidation loan back, but you're also paying on those credit cards again. You're in a worse situation than you were in even before you got started. And that same thing can happen if you work with a debt consolidation company. Because guess what, people? Not all the time will your creditors work with those debt consolidation company. So there may be a few things that may not even get included in there. So now not only are you paying these folks to help you pay your debt back, you're paying them a fee, you're paying your creditors, then you may still be paying some other creditors on the side. So you're still coming out of pocket so much money, right? Because you were not disciplined enough to keep your debt at a manageable level. Now, here's the thing. Another unpopular opinion. Debt is debt. I don't believe in things versus good debt versus bad debt. Everyone's going to say, oh, a mortgage is just good debt. Don't get me wrong. I encourage people to buy a house, to get a mortgage, pay it off as quick as possible if they can, to avoid paying the bank so much interest, right? But at the end of the day, my opinion is debt, right? If you can manage your debt and be disciplined, then you're all good. If you find yourself in a position where you're contemplating about getting a debt consolidation loan, 9 times out of 10, you don't need to get that debt consolidation loan because your behavior is not in order, okay? You need to become more disciplined. So you said, okay, Jaquilla, not trying to beat you guys up, not trying to chastise you, because guess what? I was in that same situation too. I went out and got a debt consolidation loan thinking that things were going to be much better. But because my behavior was not intact, I racked up debt on the things that I paid off. And then I found myself having to pay all of it back, right? So I'm telling you from experience not to do it. So here's what I do recommend, right? Many of you who know me know that I listen to a guy named Dave Ramsey. If you do not know who Dave Ramsey is, you should look him up. He's a great guy. Very conservative when it comes to money. So some things you may be able to handle, some things you may not be able to. And that's okay. But there is one tool from Dave that I have found very helpful for my financial situation and that I have recommended to other people that never heard of it, and it has helped them as well. It's called the debt snowball. It is a proven plan that essentially helps you tackle your debt one thing at a time. Okay, so here's what you do. You put all your debt from smallest to largest. Okay, not focusing on the interest rate. Some people gonna say, well, what about the one with the most interest rate? Listen, trust me, this plan works. Okay, trust me. You put your debt in order, smallest to largest. You pay the most money on the smallest one. You pay the minimal balance on the rest of them. Right? As you pay more money on that first one, guess what? It's gonna get paid off. You take the money you was paying from that first one, you roll it over to the second one. Now you're paying more on that second one, and you're still paying a minimum on the ones beneath there. And then once that second one is done, boom, you roll it over to the next one. It's a snowball effect. Before you know it, your debt is paid off. Now, that sounds easy, right? But it comes with discipline. Okay, it comes with discipline, and it comes with setting a budget. I have talked a lot about setting a budget in the beginning of our Finance Fridays. So make sure you go back and listen to those videos if you have not already, about the importance of setting a budget. Okay, so that is a proven plan. Again, I personally do not recommend debt consolidation loans because 9 times out of 10, your behavior is not ready for that yet. Right? And you're going to find yourself drowning right back into debt. Let's do something that essentially is a proven plan where you can attack your debt one thing at a time. Here's the thing. When you focus on one thing at a time, you can make so much progress. But when you're trying to pay credit card number 1, credit card number 2, car note, house note, all those things, and you're just paying the minimum on all those different debt, you make little to no progress. Okay, this is why the debt snowball really works, because you are attacking one thing at a time. Then you're taking that money and you're attacking the next one. Okay, so if you want any more information about the debt snowball plan, make sure you inbox me, DM me, and then look up Dave Ramsey and check out a few things he's saying as well. I'll catch you all next week on the next Finance Friday. Enjoy your weekend, and don't forget to pay yourself first.